are we rolling? Yes, we are. What's up, guys? It's McKinley Crain here, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free movie review of the 2008 sequel to the 2004 original Hellboy movie, which is Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. So, yeah, this is the sequel to the 2004 Hellboy movie, and I know I already said that, but I'm gonna say it again just in case there's not like a mix up between this, you know, Guillermo, Guillermo, how do you say his first name? Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy movies and the 2019 Hellboy movie. I don't want any mix-ups between those, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so this movie, like its predecessor, stars Ron Perlman as Hellboy, who is very good in this. He's great in this. He he like basically like nails Hellboy like spot on. His performance is great. It also stars Selma Blair as Hellboy's girlfriend slash love interest, Liz, who is also very good in this film. Who's also great in this film. Like, I really enjoyed her performance, and she was a good side character. She was a great side character. It also stars Doug Jones as Abe, who is also a very good side character. They're both great side characters. Which side character was better? I think Liz was the better side character by a little bit, but Abe was still a great side character. So it also surprisingly stars Seth MacFarlane as Agent Krause, who is who's like a new guy who's like sent to like basically monitor Hellboy's actions, like boss around Hellboy, and he's hilarious and he's a great character. Um, I honestly had no idea that Krause was voiced by Seth MacFarlane, of all people. I knew we could do voices and stuff like that, but I didn't expect him to be in a Hellboy movie. Um. Anyway, I didn't know that it was even him until the credits started rolling. Anyway, but he's fantastic. He's fantastic. All the supporting characters and all the characters in this movie are fantastic. So it also stars Luke Goss, or Luke Goss. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. As Prince Nuada, who is the villain of the movie. Yeah, he's the villain of the movie. He's a prince who wants to summon the Golden Army so he can take over the world and take it back from the humans. And he's fantastic as Luke Goss or however you pronounce his last name. is fantastic as Prince Nuada. He's a fantastic villain. And I liked him better than the last villain. Well, the villain of the original Hellboy movie's villain. You know, Rasputin was a great villain, but Prince Nuada was a better villain. And there's something about these. What I've noticed about the Guillermo del Toro Hellboy films is that, like, there's not like a lot of focus on the actual villains in the movies, as there is on the main characters. Like, it focuses more on, like, what the main characters do. My bad. I don't know what's going on up there right now. What the main characters do, and then like what the villains are doing. And you could be saying, well, that's a lot of movies, but this one does it more than most movies do, especially superhero movies. And it works for these films. Like, there could be films where this kind of thing doesn't work, but it works for these two films. And since I'm reviewing the second Hellboy movie right now, it works for this film. It especially works for this film. And, I just love the chemistry between the characters. The special effects are great, and, you can tell you're watching like a Guillermo del Toro movie more in this one, a little bit more than you could tell when you watch the first one. Because, like, the first Hellboy movie has, like, a lot of, like, visual design a lot of the, like, visual design styles that Del Toro likes to use in his movies. But, like, not as much as this one. This one has, like, Del Toro written all over it. Like, you could go into this movie and, like, be, like, oblivious to, like, anybody who's, like, in the movie, anybody who, like, starred in the movie. You could be oblivious to what the movie's supposed to be about before you watch this movie, or who the characters are, or anything about this movie. If you just took a person who's, like, completely oblivious and put them in a theater. Oh, and a person who's completely, when I say a person who's completely oblivious, I mean, like, a person who's completely oblivious, but, like, knows who Del Toro is, but doesn't know that this is a Del Toro film. You could put someone, you could take that oblivious person, put him in a theater, make him watch this movie, well, him or her watch this movie, and, I think that they would definitely be able to, like, tell that this is a Del Toro movie. So what I'm saying is that this movie has, like, Del Toro written all over it. Like, a lot of the, creatures in this movie look like something straight out of like his other movies, like Pan's Labyrinth or The Shape of Water, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I love this movie. It's not a perfect movie, but everything in this movie is great. It's just like its predecessor. It's a great movie. And everything in this movie is great, and all the actors do a great job. This movie is fantastic. I would definitely recommend it, unless you're not into this kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to give it an 86% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A-. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.